Hello, my name is Hadassah Marlene Suzanne Lewis. I'm going to start by telling you the 4 biggest factors that have had an impact on my communication skills: family, lack of formal education, kids, and abuse. Abuse? Yes, I know. A horrible reality of it is that abuse, and more specifically my childhood abuse, played a huge role in my communication skills and why I need and want to have better communication skills with others. Let me back up a little bit. I went to 3.5 years of formal education before high school, before 10th grade to be precise. I went to a couple months in 1st grade where I was molested. I went to 3rd grade for a semester where I was bullied heavily for my name and my clothing, which was due to my family's super fundamentalist branch off Seventh-day Adventist cult. My family played an enormous role because of the abuse that they inflicted, but also because of who they were and because of the generational trauma that is passed down because of them. And last of all, kids. Kids have played the biggest role in my life when it comes to learning how to communicate better. If you can communicate clearly with a child, if you can make them understand what you want them to know, and you can understand back what they want you to know, you can communicate with anyone, especially if that person is a toddler. If you can get your point across to a toddler, you can tell anyone. And it's all the same process. Backing it up to the beginning of the story, I would like to go back and talk about my family. My father has ADHD and comes from a long line of people with schizophrenia, bulimia, anxiety, depression, and borderline personality disorder. He is also a trauma surgeon. My mother has borderline personality disorder, anxiety, depression, and comes from a long line of OCD, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, BPD, and she is an obstetrician and gynecologist. That is where I come from. It's a complicated line, and for me, there's a lot that comes with it. My parents like to dress me up like a frilly little doll, and frilly long sleeves, long dresses, and long pantaloons. They would bring me around their friends, and they like to show me off, because from a young age, people like to talk to me. I was seen as gifted. Because of this, I was placed in higher classes, and I enjoyed that. In my head, I was always older than I was perceived. When I turned 7, my younger siblings were born. My younger brother was born. He's 7 years younger than me. I immediately had to step up when it came to taking care of the house and taking care of my siblings and taking care of myself. When my father did eventually leave when I was 14, I completely stepped up as the other parent. I took the care of the kids, I fed them, I took care of their clothes, I did their laundry, I cleaned their dishes, I drove them to school, I helped them with their homework. There was a lot that had to happen to make me who I am, but I believe that I am better for all the circumstances that I went through. There's a lot more that I could say about me and who I am. It's been a long time since I fully opened myself up and even thought about the truth. But one thing that I know for sure is that there's 2 things that I believe. It's integrity and it's vulnerability. Thank you.